All right, we are at Adolf's Old First Ward Tavern, I believe is what it's called. So we're gonna check it out. We're here at Adolf's. These are medium. They look nice and spicy. I'm excited about these ones. They look really good. We just left Adolf's Old First Ward Tavern. I have to say those wings were amazing. It is such an interesting place. I'm sure you just saw it from the video. It's we're in kind of basically a residential area. Someone's taken a house and converted it into an amazing wing restaurant.
Yes.
We got 10 medium, and the reason we got medium was because the Buffalo website that we've been kind of following to guide us on this tour, they said that their wings are spicier than normal, so hot was more spicy, and so it seemed like medium was a good way to go. It was perfect. It had perfect amount of flavor and spice. It was vinegary, but not to an insane level, to a perfect level. There was even a tiny bit of sweetness to it,
yeah.
which was like, again, a perfect level.
Yes.
It was like a nice layered flavor profile. They came out. Yeah, they came out. They were piping hot. They were the crispiest wings that we've had here. They even say that on their menu, that their wings always are crispy. I think they're telling you that so that you don't order them crispy on purpose if you like that kind of thing. You had the house-made or homemade?
House-made or homemade blue cheese. It was amazing. It was by far the best. It was crazy because like the other homemade blue cheese that we had was good. It tasted more blue cheesy. This was like super fresh. It went really, really, really well with the wings. Like the perfect combination.
So that being said, we have an absolute new champion. We're not 100% of the way through this tour, but they have set the bar. It is the new high. It is 10 out of 10. Adolf's. I mean, just amazing. So amazing that, tomorrow's our last day here. We're coming back. I mean, I'm already craving these wings, and I just finished them. Mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Best wings I've ever eaten in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I've eaten a lot of chicken wings in my life.
A lot of chicken wings in the last 2 days.
Yeah, but I mean, like ever. Best wings. They're just amazing. So I guess the only thing with tomorrow's visit, other than just their amazing wings, and I want to eat more of them, is I want to just double check the consistency. So we'll do one more quick review. I mean, we're going to do other reviews too, because we have more places
a few
we're
more
going to.
Off the beaten path, not chain.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Too, yeah.
But then we'll do a secondary, just a follow-up, just to make sure they're still as good and still as consistent. We heard people in there that, obviously there was regulars. There was somebody behind us. The guy said, these are the best wings. He was telling his people at the table and the waitress, these are the best wings he's ever had. I mean, they were legit.
It's hard to
man.
say how good they were. They were so delicious.
Yeah. Just amazing. So, at any rate, thank you, and stay tuned. Across the street, which is at least somewhat named Gene McCarthy's Way, is Gene McCarthy's. And we hope that we're in a parking lot that we're allowed to be in. So here we are at McCarthy's. We're in the back, so here's a long shot of the whole bar. Well, bar restaurant. Okay, we are at McCarthy's Old First Ward. This is how the wings come out on a little mini baking tray. We got this. We got some steam coming off. We got some blue cheese. celery and carrots. These are hot wings. We just finished up with Gene McCarthy's Pub and Restaurant. We got hot wings, and let's see. So they came out. They were steaming hot, so that was good. The flavor of the sauce itself was good. They had, it's a little bit of a traditional hot, but then they had some red pepper flakes in it as well. So that was a nice, little twist. For me, the biggest problem was, again, I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like they were frozen. You kind of saw a little bit of freezer burn on some of the skin. And then I think as a result, the wings themselves were a little bit tougher.
Yeah, they were a little tough.
So, that wasn't great. As far as the bar itself, it's a nice little bar.
Cool atmosphere.
Great. Everybody's very, very friendly.
Yeah.
It's, well, you saw the video. It's on like a little corner. They've got it like it seems like it's permanently decorated, like kind of St. Patrick's Day. It's definitely very Irish theme.
Hilarious. Yeah.
And then you had the blue cheese.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had some blue cheese chunks in it, so that was always my favorite.
Yeah. So overall rating?
I think we said a 5.8.
Yeah, 5.8.
Maybe because of the frozen, what we think it seemed like frozen wings.
Yeah, I think the competition in Buffalo, New York is very stiff, and if you aren't using fresh wings, good quality wings to start, it really puts you at a disadvantage. And having, freezer burn and toughness of the wing meat itself, it really just it wrecks the experience a little bit. So, sorry, Gene McCarthy's, but, I just wasn't a big fan. All right, next stop, we are at Doc Sullivan's. It'll be behind me here in just a moment. There it is. Doc Sullivan's hot wings. Let's see. I didn't see any steam. Got blue cheese, celery, carrots. Look pretty good. We just finished at Doc Sullivan's. So there's a disclaimer here. They're known for the Smitty wing, and we asked about it, and it has gluten in it, wheat of some kind. So as a result, we just got hot wings, and even that, I don't know, it seemed like some kind of special made thing. So I don't know, it was kind of a weird experience. Wings came out, they were hot. They weren't quite as piping hot as some of the other ones. No steam rolling off. The wings were very dry. So they had, some amount of hot sauce on them, but they were really dry. And so...
a little overdone, I would say.
Yeah, maybe a little overdone, too. So after I ate a couple, I actually asked for a side of hot sauce and then just kind of drizzled that over everything. And that actually improved them a good amount for me. Quality of the wing itself, I think it was a pretty good quality wing. They weren't fatty. I don't think they were frozen or anything like that, so that was good. Atmosphere was okay. It's a much bigger restaurant than some of these really small, kind of pub tavern places are. You had the blue cheese.
Yeah, the blue cheese was just okay. I'd say it was probably the one I liked the least out of all of them I've tried.
Okay. So I guess overall rating on the wings,
I think we set a 5.8.
5.8 out of 10. I'm sure, because all the other reviews we've read and heard and all that, I'm sure the Smitty wing would have gotten a higher rating, but you know, you got to take that into account, right? There are people with celiac disease that can't have wheat, and
I ruined it.
No, it's not about that. It's about restaurants need to account for that. You know, not to be a soapbox advocate, but a lot of places, more and more places are, you know, providing gluten-free options, and you know, not that they didn't have an option here, but it's just unfortunate. You know, there was no like, oh yeah, hey, it has wheat, but we're gonna leave out this one ingredient and it'll be okay. It was like, no. So,
but I do appreciate them checking,
absolutely,
and letting me know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, that's the review.
I think we have one more today if we have it in us.
Yeah, it's also getting difficult to eat wings, which is it's a weird.
Do you think that's contributing to the scores at all? I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think so. I'm trying to really be objective here, because it's important to me. You know, if we visit again, which we are going to visit again later in the year. Yeah. So, you know, more to come on that. But you know, we want to bring James to one or two of the best ones that we've found, and so it's important that we're, you know, true to trying to review it accurately. So that's it for now. Thanks. Next up on the list is a place called Moor Pat. It's a little brewery bar right there, and we will see how the wings are. So this is Moor Pat. You got the wings under some little boats here. Oops, steam came rolling out. This is their 716 sauce, so it's their signature sauce. 716 is their area code. Zip code. Area code. 716 is their area code. And we got some frites. All right, we just finished wings at Moor Pat. It's Moor Pat. We got the 716 flavor, which is kind of like their signature flavor. I don't exactly know what it was. I mean, everything's sort of based off of hot sauce, but then it had something else with it as well. Wings were good. They came out, they were very hot, steam rolling off of them. They were crispy. I guess one thing that I noticed was they were just slightly tougher than, you know, some of the best wings that we've had here. And I don't even exactly know how or what causes that, but you know, we're comparing the details, and these ones were just a little bit tougher than the best ones that we've had. Blue cheese.
Blue cheese was really good. It was really good.
Good. And the ranking was?
I think we gave it a 7.6.
7.6 out of 10.
So it was right up there with like most of the other ones that we've eaten at.
Yeah. I think, you know, we've given a lot of 8s, so, you know, just slightly under that, and for me it's just because of like the toughness a little bit. Other than that, it's also like I think I said it was a brewery. It's not really a brewery, it's a bar that sells a lot of draft beers. I think they had like 20 beers on tap, and like they had a really nice Pilsner, and then they also did mixed drinks. So, you know,
a mule.
And it's also, mule. And then it's also just a really good, it's like a really nice atmosphere. You know, it's like, you know, a lot of wood paneling and rough sawn wood, and there's like stickers all over the place that are, I don't really know. I don't know if just people that came in put stickers on the wall or what it was, but it's a really cool vibe. So highly recommend the place. I suppose that being said, there's other places that I would eat wings at and then come here for cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We are on the 4th and final day of our wing tour. And to start the day off, we wanted to go back to Adolf's old First Ward Tavern. It was so good yesterday. We just wanted to make sure it really was the top ranked one, at least so far. We are going to one more place after this.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my opinion. The consistency was just a little bit different. The sauce was butterier and garlickier.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
we ordered the same medium.
Yeah, we ordered the same thing, but it was a little bit different. The cook on the wings, the temperature, all that kind of stuff was perfect. But the sauce just didn't taste quite as good as yesterday. So for me, that knocks it down just a tiny bit to like a 9.5. I would just say the consistency is just different.
Yeah, could be a different cook back there. I mean, they were definitely hand making them, to order. So
yeah, it's such a cool place. It's just a tiny little bar with a tiny little kitchen. You can see the kitchen right there if you just look in the back. It's great.
And we got fries this time too.
Oh yes.
And they were just as good as I thought they would be when I saw them yesterday.
Yeah, they're hand cut fries. They taste like amazing, perfect hand cut fries. Those were excellent.
So we'll definitely be back to this place. We're coming back to this area in July, so we'll be back here for sure.
So you'll get a third review eventually for this place as part of another different, bigger trip. So really like it. We have reached the final restaurant on our Buffalo Wing Tour, and it is Barbell Tavern. Inside Barbell Tavern. We're pretty much in the back corner right by the kitchen. That's a good shot of the whole place. Medium hots at Barbell Tavern. Okay, we just finished the 4th day, the last wing stop for us in Buffalo, New York, on our Buffalo Wing Trail. It is Barbell Tavern, the original. We went to the Barbell North, I don't know, a couple days ago. I have to say that this place was better, considerably better. The wings came out, they were hot, they were steaming. We actually kind of sat back by the kitchen and we watched them hand painting each of the wings.
We'll put that in.
Yeah, for sure. It's really cool. You had the blue cheese just as good, right?
Just as good, yeah.
As the original, which, if you remember, was finished with a straw because it couldn't go to waste. This was a perfect way to end this trip. They still rank second place. We still like Adolf's as first, but this is a very, very strong second place. We gave them a 9.5 out of 10. One thing I will say, and you'll kind of see it in the video of the wings themselves, I think they get a 10 out of 10 for visual presentation. They had the flats all lined up, they had the drums all lined up, they had the celery. Again, everything's hand painted with the sauce. Just beautiful presentation, wonderful little restaurant. It's, probably, I don't know, it felt like a quarter or a third of the size of the North location, but I liked it so much more.
Yeah, it just had a neat atmosphere.
Yeah.
Everybody was super nice in there.
Yep.
And the waitress kept apologizing that, like they were short-staffed today and she was taking too long. But honestly, I thought she was great.
She was great.
Yeah.
And she was probably taking care of most, if not all, of the entire building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great time. Great trip.
Yes, great trip.
Probably won't eat wings again for...
At least for 3 more days.
At least till this weekend. Yeah.
I don't know. It might be a while for me.
No, this was a lot of fun, and we'll certainly plan on coming back and hitting a couple of these places again.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd
Adolf's
like to hit
probably.
this one again in the future, Adolf's, and maybe even Duff's, just because it's got a cool feel.
Yeah.
The original Duff's was,
and they were good. They were still good. I mean, it's just hard because these are all so good.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that is the top 3, right? So
Yes.
out of all the ones we did, Adolf's, Bar Bill Tavern, and Duff's Original, those are the top 3. So if you're coming to Buffalo, try and hit at least one of those, because I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. But that's our take. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, as they say. Talk to you later.